Okay, what's up YouTube? We are back with another one here today. I have a 3-clipper shootout. I'm going to begin like I always do by using my debulking clipper with a 5-0 blade on it. Cuts just as close as a trimmer and it doesn't ruin my trimmer blade, so that my lines can stay clean with that and I don't put too much stress on that machine. I don't really understand why so many people still debulk with trimmers. It seems like, you know, everybody on YouTube and everybody on Instagram still does it. And I don't really understand it. I mean, there's no reason for it. You don't have to beat up your trimmers. You don't have to buy a second set of trimmers. I mean, if I could tell you the amount of cuts that I'm able to do with this detachable blade, I mean, the number is in the thousands. And all along, my trimmers still stay there, and they're nice, they're fresh, they're sharp, and they're ready to go when I need to throw it on the line. I'm going through with the Bronze Series 9. I think that thing is a beast. And we're going to start this shootout right here, right now with the Envy. Okay, so I got the cordless Envy. We're moving up the side of the head with a number 1, just trying to get some of this bulk out of the way so that when I get in there with that fade blade, I could actually see what I'm doing. And we're gonna go into the fade the same way that I always tell you guys to do it. All right, after I begin cleaning this little area up, we're gonna start with the clipper with no guard in the open taper position. We're gonna make that 1/2-inch line, and we're gonna work our guidelines down. We're gonna do the same thing over and over again, so like you could use this technique and you will not put your fade too high. You'll keep it right where you want it to be if you use this technique. So again, beginning with the open taper right now, I'm gonna make that 1/2-inch line, and I'm gonna go through and just begin to set my first guideline in there. As you can see, this Envy clipper with the fade blade on it is a beast. It cuts the hair very, very close, and it's very close to a trimmer blade. Now I just have it in the open position, and look how much that line is dissipated. It's pretty amazing how well this thing works when you put this fade blade on here. Now I'm going to tell you, if you're using the standard blade that comes with it, you know, it ain't all that sweet. It ain't. You're not going to be getting out skin lines that are this tight that easily. However, that other first blade, it was pretty good. It didn't snag. It gave me minimal trouble, and I was able to do a pretty close fade with it, but I wasn't going to be knocking out no line like this in seconds. Now with this, it's obviously a little bit dangerous. It's very, very sharp, and you have to be very careful. You don't want to like snag somebody's skin, pull some hair out at the roots, cause them to bleed. But on the other hand, I mean, look at how quickly and efficiently I was able to whip out that line. Nothing to it. So I'm actually using the double magnetic guards on this. They don't fit all that well. I did a video a couple weeks back on the double magnetic conversion into single magnetic. I think that came out pretty good. I actually like using those guards. I just didn't have them on me in this video, and I didn't really expect to be using this clipper that day. But I thought it would be pretty cool to do a 3-clipper shootout because I got the new Babyliss RoseFX, which I'm going to be giving away on this channel, and the contest details will be announced Tuesday. So far, the only thing I got really worked out with that is I want you to be subscribed to me on YouTube, and I want you to go to my Instagram and leave a comment on one of my photos letting me know that you're subscribed to me on YouTube, and that would be good enough. I'm going to be selecting from the Instagram, but I got a couple more details I'm going to work out in the next video on Tuesday, so let's not worry about that for now. For now, let's just enjoy this fade. I'm just going through with the corner of the blade, keeping it on an angle, just cleaning it up. And you can see that it's coming out real crispy. And now I'm just gonna go through. I did with the 1 open when I started, so now I'm gonna go through with the 2. I pretty much got it in the open position, and I'm just gonna begin closing it just gradually. Same thing I always do with every single thing I do. I begin with it open, and then as I close it, I start to stay a little bit lower than I was in the previous step, a little bit lower, and you're gonna knock out them lines. There's nothing to it. I mean, I got like 60 something videos, and a lot of them are talking about just this very thing. If anybody's really struggling with them fades, can't get that line out, you need to check out my video Barber Class Online. I know it's like a half-hour long. It's probably the most detailed fade video I've ever done, and the most detailed fade video you might ever see. I'm gonna put that right here at the bottom of the screen, and you can check that out. Anyways, I'm going back through. I actually been using these Wall Retro T-Cuts a lot. They're fantastic. So now we have the other side of the head. I'm going to do this with the Fastfeed. And I don't normally hold my clipper like this. The camera was like right up against the side of his head, so it was kind of difficult to work around that camera. I'm standing off to the side. I'm trying to give you guys a good view of what's going on, but it's not easy always to be filming yourself. So anyways, I'm beginning the same thing I did with the other side of the head. I started with the one open, and then I gradually close it just to get rid of some of that bulk. I'm going to take care of the top here. This gentleman here, he likes to have his hair parted over, but he doesn't actually want the hard part cut. So I just wind up doing the fade on this side. A little bit different, but still very much the same. So anyways, we're going to begin with the fast feeds here in the same way that I always begin when we start the fade. Clipper's going to be in the open position. I'm going to make that guideline 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And we're going to begin closing it and staying just underneath where we were. So here we go with the rocker position. With the fast feeds, you can really move fast. These things can mow down hair. They don't ever snag as long as you've got the ceramic blade on it. So that's the only downside. A lot of people put the fast feeds in the trash can when they started snagging, stopped cutting, weren't getting out skin lines, couldn't zero gap them. All these problems are gone when you put the ceramic blade on. I'm going to put the link in the description for both the fast feeds and the ceramic blade, my also total favorite setup. Check that out. Hit the drop down box right now, and you could go and get you a pair if you don't already have these. So anyways, I could wipe out any skin line with these fast feeds. Don't sleep on them. When you put that ceramic blade on them, they are the real deal. They really are. So as always, I'm closing my clipper gradually, staying under just the area that I previously worked in. And I'm going to go ahead and start with it in an open position, just like this again in the back. Close it just a little bit. And I'm going to begin working my way just underneath where I was. And I'll close it just a little bit more and work just underneath where I was. And that's all there is to this thing. And I could say a few things about the fast feed that are great. But the one thing that's not great about the fast feed is it's still corded. I'm really praying that they put out this cordless fast feed, because I think they're going to shut the game down with that. I think everybody's going to transition over to that. But in other news, I also have my cordless Wall Senior, which I don't want to put too much about it yet, because I'm trying to hold off until I use it for a week or two before I actually give my impression on it. And I'm starting to put a couple videos of it on the Instagram, but I really haven't done anything on YouTube with it yet, just because I want to really give you a good comprehensive review. I'm not going to go out there and be like, oh, it's great, and I only used it for a week, and then 2 weeks later I put it in the, I put it on the bench 2 weeks later, and I'm not using it anymore. I don't want to give you guys like a false review. I'm not going to be a sellout on this channel. I'm going to tell you like the truth. I'm not trying to just sell you garbage here. Like, I'm trying to tell you the truth. Another benefit to the fast feeds is you can use the ASSASS double magnetic guards. And they really work great with this clipper. They're on there secure. They ain't going nowhere. They'll never fall off. And you got nothing to worry about when you use it with this clipper. They don't get in the way of the bolts. Unlike the Envy. You put those double magnetics on the Envy and they sit on there sort of loosely. So, that's kind of the main downside. And to be honest, those double magnetic guards were sort of the draw that kind of got me away from using my walls, because I just love that security, and I love the ASSASS guard system. I think it's fantastic, and I just enjoy using it. They line up perfectly with each other. I never struggle getting anything out. And, the added security, knowing that if I bump the clipper in the wrong way or something like that, the guard's not going to come off. Unlike your walls. That can happen sometimes. So in the back, I'm beginning with the RoseFX Babyliss, and we're going to begin the same way that we always do, with the 1/2 inch guideline. I realized I didn't leave a whole lot left to fade in the back with the Babyliss, but you can see that we're gonna knock this out. And I want you guys to tell me which one do you think came out cleaner, which one do you think works better? Give me your opinions in the comments, man. I'd like to hear what you guys think. And I'm just I like to use a lot of clippers, man. I like to try a lot of different things. I've been searching for that best clipper in the world for like ever, it seems like. And I think I found one that's about as close as it's gonna get. And I'm gonna tell you right here at the end of this video. But as of right now, working with the Babyliss is good. They're not that heavy. They work quite nicely. They're comfortable in the hand. They seem like they have a lot of power. It's nice But let me tell you something. These clippers are hot garbage when you have the normal Babyliss blade on it. Yo, just take that blade off and throw it in the trash can. Because honestly, I tried to do a couple fades with it. I said it in my last video. It was just garbage. It just was garbage. And I knew it would be, but I gave it a chance anyways. So when I put the wall blade on there, and I'm talking about just the comb blade, you don't have to change the cutting blade. Just change the comb blade to the wall blade, which is what I did on this clipper. And then after that, I was able to get the fades like smooth as could be, and I actually enjoyed working with them. Now, this is the clipper that I'm going to give away on this channel here, and you're going to want to be following me on Instagram for that, because that's where I'm going to actually select it from, is my Instagram. But you got to let me know you're following me on Instagram, and you got to let me know you're subscribed to me on YouTube. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to pick you to win this clipper. I hope it goes to someone good. I only bought it to do these videos in, and you guys are going to have it right after I'm done. So anyways, I'm going up with the half guard. I noticed one funny thing with the half guard on the Babyliss clippers is I don't think the half guard was accurate in my case. It might not be across the board for all of them, but in my case, the half guard did not do what it normally does. And when I actually put the real wall half guard on there, that's when it actually started to come out clean, and I struggled a lot less. Now, I also have the Babyliss corded model of these clippers, and I used them for a while, and I thought that they were pretty good with like doing the skin lines and stuff like that, but I found them pretty weak all the way around for the most part, and I honestly think that these are much more powerful than the corded model of Babyliss. So I mean, that's a step in the right direction. I'm still not a big fan of the company. I probably never will be. You can hire all the celebrities you want, you can do whatever you want to do, but I'm still not convinced that you make a superior product. Now, I might as well tell you who I think wins this one. Is I really think that them Envies took out that skin line. Like you know, you can't believe how easy that was and how clean it felt to do that. I really like doing that with the Envies, but the Envies are not going to get you done all the way around. The Fastfeeds are still my grip. I'll never let them go until something actually takes them out. So I'm going to give this crown to the Fastfeeds with the ceramic blade, with the fact that you can use the Andis double magnetic blades with it without having any issues, and it has the power. It can fade. It can literally do everything. If I'm on a desert island, stranded, can only bring one clipper, I'm going to be able to do better cuts with the Fastfeed. And that's the reality. They don't snag, they don't pull, they don't give me trouble, and they get out every skin line that I go to battle with. So for now, check out the link in the description. Get you a pair if you don't. If you don't know what ceramic blade fits on it, just click that link. I got that all worked out for you. It's the Andis Coarse Ceramic Cutter. And you know, that's about it. That's the #1 thing going. So you're going to want to hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and you're going to want to follow me on the IG, because this contest is coming up. It's the real deal. I'm going to give this away, and then I'm going to give away the trimmers too. So we're going to do that in a separate giveaway, but I'm going to give away, these were very expensive clippers. They're very nice, and I really hope whoever gets them, needs them, uses them. I don't care if you got a license or not. As long as you're aspiring to do this kind of work, as long as you're trying to learn and trying to better yourself for your future, I mean, more power to you, man. I hope that's who wins this. So just doing a little scissor over comb with some scissors that I got over at the barber show, Premier Orlando. You could check out some of the stuff I got. I showed it on that video when I first got back. But just moving up the side of the head. These are some of my favorite combs too. Like, I should probably put a link in the description to these. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate you checking me out, spending some time here with me, looking at this video. And if you haven't subscribed already, man, please just hit that subscribe button. And if you got it in your heart and you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you in my next video real soon. We're going to be announcing the giveaway on Tuesday. So click that notification bell. Stay tuned, and I'll see you then.